Ladies and gentlemen, you know where you're at. This is your host with the most. How's everybody doing out there? If you're new here, welcome. I'm truly glad everybody stopped by. Let's get straight into it. Like I told you guys, been out the game for a while. I'm back now. There's some things I got for y'all. Some real things. But the important thing here, I'm just going to go to step one. And the reason why I'm going to go to step one is because these are the things that I do and I always run fine. Okay? It doesn't matter really what you choose to get is to your liking. If you like how something looks and things like that, you're going to get it. You're going to try it out. You're going to see how it works. A lot of times the skin determines what you can do. Now, I know I used to do a lot of things, but I didn't come this far to do the same old thing all the time. All right? I'm just going to keep it a being with you. The majority of times when you guys get to any setup, what you really want to be focusing on is the system, okay, and how things are working. Now, for me, I usually just go straight to player, okay, because I want to get my player right because I want to get into it. So once I go to player, the first thing I want to do is always make sure here we're on expert. I always want to make sure that, and I know it might be kind of hard for you guys to see this because of the background, but you guys get the gist. If you're new here, you probably won't get the gist. But if you're a regular subscriber and you look at my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Now, me, I want to make sure my Enable HQ scalers for scaling above is on 100. Okay? I want to make sure that from start. Now, I am on an NVIDIA Shield. Alright? And for my devices, 3 gigabytes and up, I like to have it on 100. Now, for my medium devices, Fire TVs, Cubes, as well as your NVIDIA tubes, those are all 2 gigabyte devices. I tend to like to have those on 50 or 60. And for your small end devices like your sticks, etc., lower than 2 gigabytes, kind of keep it on the same 20, 30, bump it up a little bit. I like to see how it's working and things like that, and then I go from there. All right? But keep in mind, people, this is what I do. Now, if you want to do it the way you do it, do it. If it's working for you, it's working for you. If it's not, it's not. Try these settings, and you should get some good feedback from those settings. Another thing that I like to do, and this is, I've been doing this ever since I found out about it. I like to go here, and what I like to do is go to video player input stream, and this is me. I like to make sure my input stream adaptive is enabled, and I like to make sure my RTMP input is enabled. Now, majority of the times, you'll always see the input stream adaptive. Okay, you can just go ahead and enable that. But a lot of times, you won't see the RTMP input. All right. Now, do keep in mind, people, you can long press on this stuff and get the information. Okay. And for the record, when I go through things like this, you can do this on any setup. Okay, the most thing that you got to do is navigate, know how to navigate. Don't let any of this stuff, intimidate you or things like that because it's simple. All right, let's go let me show you how to get the RTMP input. All you need to do is go here and you want to go to all repos. Once you get to all repos and click that, what you want to do is go back into video player input stream and you'll have it here. And like I said, you can click on it and actually get the information. There's no reason why you guys shouldn't be able to get this kind of information and know what these things do. That's just going to help you out along the way. Okay, now once we're out of that and we've done that, basically, excuse me, any setup you get to is gonna be kind of built the same. I don't really see, a real big difference. Shout out to Sidekick for this one too. I'm actually a fan of a lot of his work too. House of L, things like that. I think I've been dealing with him or dealing with his work for, almost a year and a half, maybe two. Another thing that's really key to me, and this is each step that I've taken you guys through, they're all in the same category. They're all number one for me. I like to go straight to the whiz. Let me see if this is the whiz. What am I doing? Okay, it should be the whiz. Whiz. Okay. What I like to do is go to maintenance first. Okay, when I click into maintenance, my only thing to go into maintenance here is to get a total cleanup. Okay. Once that's done, I like to go back up to maintenance and go to tools. Okay. Now, of course, you could go to quick config if you guys don't really know, what's really going on with this section. You can just click on quick config and just write the file. Okay. Me, I like to go to full config. Okay. Now, when I go to full config, it's several things I do. It's actually 3 sections that I mess with. I mess with the cache size. I leave the curl timeout alone, and I go straight to the read buffer factor in the buffer mode. Okay. So me, I would just bump this all the way up. I've never had a problem. People say it'll crash or do something. It never has happened to me. Next, I'll leave the curl timeout and I'll go to read buffer factor, and I'll bump that all the way up to 10. And last but not least, my buffer mode, instead of me having it on 2, I put it on 1. And the most important thing about this is to write the file. Now, after you have written the file, you can check on your current settings here, but it's really very important to restart your setup. These are the most important things for this kind of app. And if you guys understand clearly, this is just an app, okay? It's nothing more, nothing less, just an app. And you get different options. That's why I gave it a new name and things like that. I gave it a new name. I said, man, I'm going to do it like this. But to get to your sub menu, which is actually on top, all you got to do is press up. You're going to get your standard, you can click into this. And that's pretty much how I go through the whole thing. Okay. You shouldn't really have a problem with this. With no setup, you should have a problem. You shouldn't really have a problem. These things are more, sometimes we can make things harder than they actually are. And it can just go like that. Like I said, a lot of things are pretty much standard. You're always going to get the same thing. When you come to this channel, all it is options. A lot of times, I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a little bit long-winded with certain things. Like maybe I'll be saying things, too much. So I'm looking for new ways to give you guys this intel and things like that. Let me know how you guys like this one though. Another heads up. Me personally, everything that I showed you guys, right? As far as my advanced settings, when you go to the wizard, I actually like to do mine even before I actually get the setup. So I already have it written. You guys know when you get that little pop-up box at the beginning after your URL and things like that, it's a box that pops up, and you know, keep this, keep that. I always click them. Keep your advanced settings, clear cache on startup, you know, the regular. Now I do know Wizzes have changed, and when I get to one of those, I will, you know, be telling you guys a little bit more. But got 400 views on the last video on the comeback, which is kind of light for me. Make sure you guys, if you will, like, share, and subscribe, but most of all, comment. Let me know how you like this one, okay? As always, I'm hoping you guys are having a blessed, peaceful, and a productive day. Love and peace for all. Never forget, it is good to be good, and it is bad to be bad. I will see you guys on the next one, y'all, and I will get back at you guys for the Night Rider joint. I just went through some technical difficulties, so I will be answering all you guys' questions. Take some time out for that. I'm going to see you guys on the next one, like I said. Peace, y'all.